Hi guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm exhausted. I have not been sleeping. I go through phases of really bad insomnia where it's like pretty much any mental illness where, sometimes you have really good weeks, sometimes you have really bad weeks, and we're going through a really bad week right now. I can already feel my cramps starting. And yeah, so I get my period this week, which is so fun. Today we are going to try, not today, well, maybe today, we don't know. She shows up when she wants to show up. Today we are going to be talking about reusable pads. Cool. Okay, lighting work for me, please, thank you. So let's start off straight to the point. Why switch to reusable pads? I was so scared to reach out to you guys and ask if you even wanted this video because I was so scared about getting some negative comments about it. But the thing is even though it might seem gross, the grossness is so worth it. Okay, like the light, thank you. It was like heaven was shining down on my boobs. The grossness is, at least I think, so worth it for all the benefits that it gives. All the benefits that it has for the earth and for your body. Okay, let's talk about money. People think that they're actually going to be spending more on reusable pads or reusable products because it's a lot more upfront, but what you don't realize is you're actually in the long run saving so much money. I bought the 1 week set from the online store called Hannahpad. The 1 week set from Hannahpad comes to about $202.99. Reusable pads can last up to, Hannahpad's website says about 4 years. I got on average about 5 years on just like the internet. People were saying about 5 years. And it could even last you longer if you take really good care of it. And again, just depending on your flow and your period. Women on average start their period at about 11 years old, and then 50 tends to be where people will stop menstruating just because of menopause. Let's say 11 to 50 is your period lifetime. Okay, so I'm holding a pen right now. I look really smart though. So that's 39 years of your life that you are going to be you are going to be menstruating. If you take the estimated $6,000 that women spend on menstrual products and you divide it by 39, oh my god. So $153.85 is about how much you're spending per year on pads, tampons, whatever. If we take the $202.99 from Hannahpad, then we would divide that by 5, which is the average amount of time that you can use these pads, which will give us $40.60 per year. $40.60 times 39, which would give you $1,583.32. In total, on average, what you'd be saving is $4,146 and then a little bit of change. That's quite a bit of money that you are saving. Again, it's a lot up front, but if you think about it, it's so much better for your bank account, for the environment, and for your body in the long run. So let's talk about that for a second. Environmental benefits and your personal health benefits that reusable pads provide. Oh my god. Most disposable period products contain non-biodegradable and potentially toxic plastic and synthetic materials. So what that's doing is causing a lot of extra waste into our environment. That's a very sensitive part of your body. That's one of the most sensitive parts of your body with the most sensitive skin. It's just thinking about it, doing all this research, understanding what we are putting down there is just mind-boggling that we were allowed to do this for so long without anyone going, maybe we shouldn't. I'm gonna read off for this because there's a lot of words, but I found that most products contain bleached and non-organic cotton, rayon, I've actually never said that word out loud before, wood pulp, or a combination of these things. So non-organic cotton and rayon, that's gonna bother me. They come in contact with pesticides and herbicides like diurin, and that's dubbed as likely a carcinogen, cancer related thing. And dioxin, which is a toxin linked to immune system suppression, reproductive problems, and again, cancer. The fact that we are putting something down there for our reproductive system that could potentially harm our reproductive system just doesn't really make sense. So there's that. Now let's move on to just in general what everyone kind of knows. The amount of plastic that these things are made with and the unnecessary amount of plastic, I said that really weird, the unnecessary amount of plastic that these products are made with is just mind-boggling to me. It is estimated that over 100 billion menstrual products are disposed of annually. These things are not recycled because they have come in contact with human waste, so they just sit. They just sit on landfills, which brings me to my next point. They sit there for 500 to 800 years. Screw the system. So, in total, okay, sit down for this, guys. I am not a journalist. I have done as much research as I can, but I can't promise that this stuff is all true. A lot of sources said the same thing, so I'd like to believe most of it is true. But I just want to clarify I'm not a journalist, so don't come at me, please. The total carbon footprint that the menstrual world, I can't think of the word, 15 million tons of greenhouse gases. Okay, so that is equal to about 35 million barrels of oil being burned. That's a lot. And it's worrisome. Nick Mallows, director of the Trash Free Seas program at Ocean Conservancy, says that the program collected 27,938 used tampons and applicators around the world in a single day in 2015. We are always talking about the plastic in, like when you go to the beer store and you buy your drinks or whatever, and you have those plastic things that hold all the drinks together. We talk about those. We talk about the plastic bags. We talk about straws. But 27,938? People are all for saving the planet and like saving the turtles and no straws and all that stuff, which is so good. But I was watching Love Island, or no, not Love Island, Too Hot to Handle, I think, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's a new show on Netflix. Nick and I were watching it, and they did this workshop on their yonis, which is culture, one of the way, I think Japanese, I don't know, that's how what they call their badges, and I don't know, it was actually kind of like really motivating and really empowering, so that's why I'm like, vaginas. One of the main reasons why I wanted to go on this journey wasn't just for the environment, it also was just for my body, and I have a lot of personal issues with pads. I was just starting to find recently that I was very uncomfortable on my period and very itchy and would get really weird, like almost pad burns from the pads rubbing against my skin. I'm also a little bit thick, which means I chafe in general a lot, so that doesn't help. Let's finally talk about what Hannahpad is. These are like their claims. Efforts to plant one tree for every order placed, which even more environmentally friendly, love that. They claim that you can throw it into the compost bin without worries. They're made they're safe from unwanted toxic chemicals and made from unbleached and non-dyed organic cotton. Cotton, even though it's biodegradable and you can compost it. It's so bad for the environment, the production, because so much water goes into it, so much, I cannot remember exact details, but I remember that it was a crap ton of water that gets used just to make cotton. So that's why when you can find stuff that is reusable cotton, it's so much better. Let's get to what I bought. This is so cute. Look at, it's got little pussycats on it. Get it? It's got a pocket in it, which I'm pretty sure they said that you can fit up to 4 used pads in here. You can keep your clean pads in here. The next thing I bought was, or is, probiotic laundry soap. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, and me too, because I haven't opened these yet. So the pads, I do want to say that it comes with this little card that says thank you, and on the back it says, hello Danielle, your order number blah 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 was handpicked with love and care by Ish, oh I'm so sorry, I think it says Ish. We love our Hannahpads and hope you do too. Feel free to contact us anytime when in need. Healthy you, happy planet. Which I think is so cute that they give you this little card and lets you know that somebody picked these and did this whole thing. I don't know, it's a personalized little thing that makes you feel like a part of the brand and stuff. I got a random pack, so I don't actually know what styles I got. I'm pretty excited, so let's do this. The week set comes with, oh my god, these are so cute. So cute. So the first one is another kitty, and this looks like just a liner. You would wrap it around your underwear like this, I guess, and there's 2 clasps, so you can either do it on the loosest or the tightest. This is so soft. There's no itchiness already, which is making me so happy. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So I got 3 of those, and they come packaged so nicely. And then it comes with just your everyday flow pad. They feel like love and care for your yoni. This one only has the 1 clasp. You can kind of see that this would be the top because it's smaller, and this would be the bottom. And you get 5 of those, which makes sense for every day. You would probably go through 2 or 3 of them. It has this almost like rubber, maybe glue, I'm not sure, but that type of material that stops things from moving. Finally, I'm guessing these are nighttime ones. Oh, these are so cute. So cute. That is a hefty nighttime pad. This is such a cute, looks like a grandma pattern, but it's really cute. Again, 1 clasp. They come with 3 of those. I kind of just wanted to share my questions and what I'm hoping to get out of this, what I'm hoping to see, or what I'm thinking I will and maybe I won't, whatever. My first question is it soft on my girl? Does it irritate the sensitive skin? Is my lady still as dry and itchy? Is the smell the same? Did it increase? Did it decrease? I want to know that. How's the leaking/movement? Is cleaning hard? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure I am gonna get my period tonight, so I will videotape the first impression. Not like that, but I will, you know, let you guys know when I put it on, how I feel, how it feels. And oh, I'm like kind of nervous now. I'm kind of scared, but I'm also really excited because I feel like this is such a big step for me, my well-being, my recovery with my body image, and for the environment. Like, I'm just really excited about this. We will touch base with final thoughts and impressions and all of that by the end of this week. Whew. I was talking to you guys and I got it while I was talking to you guys, so here we are. They are so soft. And like the minute I touched it to my underwear, I could already tell they weren't going anywhere. They were staying in place, and there's no itchiness whatsoever. There's no noise. Oh, screw me, there's a spider. I put on the smallest one just because my first day is usually, especially if it's halfway through the day, it's usually pretty light, so I don't want to use one of my big ones up. So I'm using the small one. It's so comfortable and there's no sticky. It's definitely different, so that's just getting used to that, but they're very comfortable as of right now. So first impressions, 5,000 thumbs up from this girl for first impressions. So yeah. Okay, so Nick and I just watched a movie and some TV shows, so we were on the couch for a little bit, and wow, I had to remind myself a few times that I had a pad on. It's so comfortable, and I feel like sitting down and laying down is one of the times where you really notice because it moves around a lot. Felt like I was just wearing underwear, if not no underwear. I'm happy with my decision so far. I'm about to go to bed, so we'll see. We'll see how it lasts through the night, and we will attempt cleaning, which is going to be a learning curve, but you know what? If it's gonna be good for me and good for the environment, I am willing to learn. Just woke up. Again, like, so, oh wow, I just woke up. So comfortable. Yeah, like no itching, no scratchiness. It does not feel like I'm wearing a pad, same thing as last night. I tend to feel that in the morning is when I'm feeling the most irritated by it, just because I've had it on so long. It's kind of rubbed a lot, so it's starting to get extra scratchy, and I'm not feeling that. I'm gonna go check the pad that I washed last night and see how that went. Washing was much easier than I thought. It wasn't as weird as I thought. However, it just takes a while to get used to, and takes a while to get used to the routine because it's washing but also not washing, and anyways, so yeah. Little update. Sorry, I couldn't be bothered to film somewhere good right now. I'm so tired. I just wanted to update you guys on the cleaning status. I've done some research and found out that you don't have to clean them right away. So what I'm doing now with cleaning is I'm cleaning the pads I've used throughout the night throughout the day and the night before at night, if that makes sense, and then letting them sit for 24 hours, and then, you know, doing the next load, letting them hang for 24 hours, do the next. I do rinse them. I'll do like the first rinse to get the discharge out, and then let them sit, go about my day, and then at night do the full clean, the full scrub down. It's not as weird as a lot of us think it is, and it's a lot easier too.
Eventually.
Alright, so we are done the week test, and I am so happy right now. I can't even explain to you guys how good it feels to know that I'm using something that's good for the environment and good for me, and I can actually feel the difference. Let's go through the questions that I had. The first one is it soft? Oh my god, it was so soft and so comfortable, but it's incredible. Incredible. I actually found that my cramps were the only way that I remembered that I was on my period because I was just so comfortable. Like I mentioned before, like wearing pretty much no underwear. It was great. Does it irritate the sensitive skin down there? Kind of touched on this before, but it does just feel like heaven, as I imagine heaven would feel like that. I don't know. There's no irritation, which is just incredible. I can't express that enough, how happy I am that I gave these a shot, and I don't think I could ever go back to pads. It feels so good to give something so nice to your body and treat your body with love and respect. Also, I wanted to note that there was no irritation after my weekly shave, and the reason why I want to note that is because that is one of the times that I really find the irritation, and I'm complaining a lot about how itchy and dry and just scratchy and irritated I am. And I didn't find that at all because it did just feel like I was wearing cotton underwear, which they suggest after you shave anyways is to wear cotton underwear. So if you have issues with shaving, as I do on my whole body, I always get really bad razor burns, I suggest getting reusable pads because it'll do you wonders for shaving down there. Next question was, am I still itchy and dry down there? And I wanted to more focus this question on the end of my period because I find that the itchiness and the dryness are also amplified at the end of my period, and the reason why is because I'm not really producing a lot of discharge, but I'm still wearing a pad because I'm producing enough that I need a pad. So it's really just dry, and then it gets really scratchy because it's dry and there's no moisture, and it's just a mess. I always dread the end of my period, which sounds so bad because everyone wants the end of their period, but I always dreaded it because I knew I was just going to be so uncomfortable for days. I am proud and happy to say that these pads do not do that, and I am able to wear them as long as I want. I could wear them for no reason during the month if I wanted to, and there would be no irritation. It doesn't matter that there is no discharge coming out. It's dry, and it's just as happy dry as it is wet. The smell was the next thing I wanted to think about and try and see if I could notice a difference. Again, I forgot I was on my period this month except for cramps. And one of the reasons why was even because of the smell. There was no significant smell like there was months before. And I don't know, that could be from me just putting so much hope into this that I kind of just ignored it. I don't know. But I feel as if I didn't smell as bad, and I wasn't as conscious about having my period and the smell and the noise and all of that. Like, it was just like I was wearing underwear on any other day. I will say though, if you are doing what I did, which is washing your pads kind of far apart and not doing it right after you're done using them, really make sure you wash out that discharge or rinse out that discharge before you go in with the soap a couple hours later or whatever, just because if you let it sit with too much discharge in it, it'll get a little stanky. My next question was, how's the leaking and the movement? Nick and I went for a drive one day. I forgot I had my pad in, or my pad on, and when I finally remembered that it had been a couple of hours, I was like, holy crap, I need to go change. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna be leaking and I'm gonna ruin this pad. And there was no leaking and there was no grossness either. I mean, I'm not suggesting that you leave them for as long as I did, I just forgot, but you don't have to worry if you do. If you are out and you say you did forget to bring backup one, I don't think it's the end of the world like it is with reusable or disposable pads. And part of the whole leaking is also because the discharge actually doesn't stay on top like it does with pads. I find that pads don't actually fully soak it in. It just kind of leaves it at the top layer, whereas reusable pads actually like soak it in, and it's like a sponge. Movement wise, it doesn't move at all, but you can move and you feel comfortable moving and doing your usual things without worrying about all the stuff that comes with using a disposable pad. Cleaning was not as bad as I thought, and I mentioned this in one of my updates. You just have to find your routine and what works best for you. There's something really empowering about it, and just, I don't know, this is the hippie in me. We go through it, okay? And it was, I don't know, I can't even explain it, but it was kind of neat doing that. And again, just knowing that I was taking care of my body and putting my body first and my well-being first. Finally, how's the wetness? There was no wetness. I did in general find that I had to change a lot less because the pads were actually soaking things up and I wasn't feeling so gross and irritated. I just felt so clean and fresh my whole period, and that's just incredible. And I know why women that use reusable pads are so big on them, is because it really does take away so much of the anxiety and discomfort, not just in irritation and dryness and all that, but just in how you feel about yourself too. Like, you're not walking around feeling all gross and yucky and just blah. Like, again, you feel like you're just going about your regular day. Overall, highly recommend trying these. I know a lot of you guys reached out because you were kind of wanting to try these but weren't really sure. 100%, 100,000%, if you can find the money up front, I think it's so worth it. You're taking care of your body and you're taking care of the environment, and that's pretty cool. So give these a shot, and if you guys have any questions, please reach out and I can give you guys what I know. I will see you guys Monday, and yeah, sending love and hugs and all the positive vibes. Bye guys.